morning. I am so excited to be hanging out with you guys. I figured I would take you along and share with you my daily non-negotiables when it comes to health and wellness. I have filmed tons, hundreds of videos at this point on my healthy habits, my healthy routines, my productive days in the life, but I thought this would be a wonderful reference video for everybody to kind of take a peek back, save on one of their playlists, to look at a full picture of these absolute non-negotiables in my routine that really help me stay grounded and rooted in this practice and ultimately this lifestyle. I feel as though now in 2023 that I'm in a really beautiful and balanced place. I like to have balance but structure at the exact same time. So let's get into my non-negotiables, and I hope that you enjoy today's video. Okay, so rewinding just a little bit to my first daily health and wellness non-negotiables that are always in my routine. You will see me talk a little bit more about the lemon ginger tonic in today's video, but I did want to show you what I do first thing when I wake up. Then the next thing I do is I check in with my fertility. So I use the Aura Ring. I've been sharing about the Aura Ring for over the last year and a half. I've had it for about 18 months. First thing in the morning, I will sync up my Aura Ring and I will see what my sleep score was and sync that with my Natural Cycles app. So I update my Aura Ring, check in on my sleep score, and then check my fertility. And during this time, I will turn my phone off airplane mode, but I will not check social media. I absolutely refuse to get on social media for the first hour I wake up. If I jump immediately into social media, I start checking in, then I start replying to DMs with links to products or links to my services page or answering health and wellness questions. And so I find that if I can keep it really clear in the morning, after I do all of my daily non-negotiables first thing, I can go into my workday and I don't feel already stressed out and behind. I'm getting ready to make my delicious, calming cherry chamomile smoothie that is in the Living Well meal plan. This month, we are focusing all on our nervous system and really nourishing our nervous system so we can digest all of our foods and get out of this fight or flight mode. And these smoothies do exactly that. But here is the caveat. So I have an extremely busy day with calls and I'm filming today. So I don't really have time to sit down and eat like a big lunch in the middle of the day. I did have a quick smoothie this morning. So I'm just making another secondary smoothie for myself to hold me over until I can have a later lunch. And this goes beautifully along with one of my favorite daily non-negotiables. And that is consuming greens with at least 2 meals per day. You've heard me say this a million times, but I'm going to continue to say it a million more times because it is so important and imperative to our health. So this smoothie inside the membership site does not actually contain greens, but as part of my daily non-negotiables, I'm always looking for ways to kind of check these boxes. I know I'm going to consume greens at dinner time. I also know I most likely will consume them later in the day at lunch, but I may not have a chance. I'm simply adding in 1.5 cups of sprouted microgreens in a sprouted spring mix into this smoothie. And what this does is it just takes the pressure off of me for the rest of the day because I can tick that box. Like I know that I've had my greens in a blended smoothie for breakfast and then also in lieu of a quick lunch. And then whatever happens later in the day, I know by this point that I've already accomplished this really major goal of mine that helps me on a day in and day out basis. Okay, so I have 1/2 cup of mango. As I said, 1.5 cups of sprouted spring mix and microgreens. Then we have 1 full cup of frozen cherries. I have 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds. And then I have 1/2 cup of chamomile tea that I just added some ice cubes to help it cool down. And then I'm going to be adding in some vanilla extract and 1 cup of coconut milk into the blender. This one is delicious and of course incredible for our nervous system. smoothies aren't the easiest and most delicious way to get in greens, I'm not quite sure what is. You hear me say it every day, all day, but smoothies truly are my insurance policy. We crammed in a ton, all the good stuff, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, amino acids, fiber, protein, everything into one blender, one glass bottle. And it's just so delicious and so easy. So this non-negotiable is probably my favorite. Greens with at least 2 meals per day, one blended, one in a salad, one in a soup, stir-fried, cooked, however you prefer. But this one is incredible. I will leave the recipe for you guys down below. Okay, so my next non-negotiable is to prepare for every interaction that you know you will be coming in contact with. Now, I know that seems odd as like a health and wellness non-negotiable, but I like to overly prepare for interactions in meetings and appointments and hanging out with friends. Like, I just find that when I'm up to speed, so let's say I'm going to catch up with a girlfriend and maybe, I haven't talked to her or seen her in a while, I definitely like take a peek at like, oh, that's right, she just had her anniversary, or it was just her daughter's birthday. Like, I just prepare myself for the interaction. So one, I can be hyper present and in tune with their life. And two, it's helpful for me to kind of check in and ground myself before I go into any of these interactions, hangouts, or meetings. Then obviously from a work perspective, if I'm taking a call with a brand, or I overly prepare for these meetings because one, my relationship with them is critically important, and two, I want to be abreast to answer any questions that I may have or any questions that I think my clients or my community may have. And if I kind of go into things in a whirlwind situation, I'm not prepared, I don't have my notes, I find that it causes a lot of stress and I can definitely feel extremely anxious. Even as I mentioned in last week's video, being prepared for the after school tornado that comes through the house, that helps me so much because it would cause me a little bit of, okay, this is a lot. It wasn't like severe anxiety, but it was definitely like, this is a lot. It feels like a lot piling up all at once. And now if I prepare myself, I don't really get that rush anymore. I don't feel that lack of control. And I think a lot of this tip comes down to that feeling of lack of control. And if I feel as though I've prepared for important interactions, I've prepared for important meetings, I've prepared for spending time with important people in my life, that I'm a lot more settled and that my nervous system, a lot of talk about our nervous system in the month of March. Clearly, this is something that's top of mind for me, but I find that my nervous system is definitely in that parasympathetic state, so I can be in tuned, I can be present, I can be calm, I can be comfortable and feel like my best self in those situations. I do find that this non-negotiable helps me feel settled more so on a day in and day out basis. A daily health non-negotiable, my lemon ginger tonic. No one is shocked to see me include this one in the video. I have just made a fresh batch, and I often get asked about the color, and as you saw, I added a lot of ginger and a lot of lemon. I add a lot of both to each of them. This batch is definitely more of like a honey yellow. Sometimes it's like fluorescent yellow. It just depends on your lemons. It also depends on how much ginger you add into your mixture and just the season and type of lemon that you have. I filled up one entire bottle. Then I have 4 extra little doses that you saw me pour into this silicone tray. I'm going to pop this in the freezer. Once it's frozen, I'll pop it out and throw it into a stasher bag. Then in the morning, you can pull it out, throw it into your cup, and pour your hot water over top. You can also do that. Let's say you're 2 days in, you realize that you've made way too much that you won't consume in 5 to 6 days, or you realize you have to go out of town. You can pour it into an ice cube tray or a silicone mold like this, throw it into the freezer. Once it's frozen, you can pop them out and throw them into a stasher bag. So just a few quick tips on storing your tonics. So the reason the lemon ginger tonic is a daily non-negotiable is because 1, it's a beautiful way to start your day hydrated. And I recently saw this comment here on one of my Instagram reels. So I want to talk about this. I feel like I've addressed it on Instagram and I've talked about this on Instagram, but I'm not sure I've covered this in great detail here on YouTube. But the reason behind the tonic is, first and foremost, you start your day off hydrated. So before you jump into the coffee or your black tea, you're hydrating your body first thing in the morning. Second to that, all night long, our bodies are detoxing our lymphatic system, our glymphatic system, which is made up of our major large organs, are detoxing all night long. So when you wake up and first thing in the morning, you make yourself 1 ounce, 2 ounces of the lemon ginger tonic with 8 to 12 ounces of hot water, you are helping to assist your body to finish that job. All night, your liver, your brain, your heart, your kidneys, your lungs have been detoxing. But when we can come in with these bioflavonoids, these pectins, vitamin C, that's just a few of the nutrients in the lemon ginger tonic. But when you can come in with all of those nutrients, you flush out that remaining bile. So you just help assist the body finish off the job. Also, because we are including a beautiful herb like ginger, it does indeed boost and rev your metabolism first thing in the morning. So it helps you burn fat more efficiently for the rest of your day. So if you can help your body detox, we can pull out all of that bile first thing, we can hydrate, and we can rev up your metabolism in a really delicious and hydrating way. It's something I would highly encourage you to include in your morning routine. So then if you move into your coffee or your smoothie after your tonic, ginger increases blood flow, as we were saying, as it is a metabolism booster. Ginger increases blood flow to your stomach and your digestive system. Therefore, it actually increases nutrient absorption. So if you have your lemon ginger tonic and you follow it up with one of your beautiful smoothies from the Living Well membership or any of the smoothies that I've shared here on my YouTube channel, you kind of take a shortcut. You work smarter, not harder. And you guys know that's like my favorite way to work, is to be smarter and more efficient and hack as much as I possibly can. So you're hydrated. We've really flushed out that bile. We've increased our pectins, our antioxidants, our vitamin C, and now we're warming up our digestive system before we have any food. So it makes it easier and more efficient. And then this allows us to absorb more of those beautiful nutrients that we're working so hard to get into our diet. To me, it's just like a win-win. It's an absolute no-brainer to include this into your routine every single day, and it takes little to no effort and under 10 minutes. So a daily non-negotiable for sure. And I'm glad that I got this comment on that Instagram reel. Hopefully I've taken the time or you do have the understanding from previous Instagram posts or Instagram stories, but I'm happy to have this here so I can always refer people to this video who do have this exact same question, because it is kind of my thing, as the comment said. It is my thing. It is something that I've been preaching here on Instagram and YouTube for 4 years, and something I've personally been utilizing in my life for 8 or 9 years. So if I can get this healthy habit into your daily non-negotiables, then I'm a very, very happy girl. One of my biggest health and wellness non-negotiables is getting outside and going for a walk. Sometimes it's right after the bus stop drop off. Other times it's right before after school pickup, and it is cold outside. It's 32 degrees, so I am bundling up. That's actually not that cold for Michigan. I've got my headset. I'm going to listen to a podcast or like a walking meditation and get outside, even if it's just for 15, I've got 20 minutes. So even if it's just for 20 minutes, and I'm going to check in with my Oura ring where my daily movement is at. So currently my steps are at 9,871, and it's like 2:30 in the afternoon. So we're definitely going to reach our 12 to 15,000 steps today. I've mentioned this so many times, but staying active and walking is so important, not only for my physical health, but mental health as well, and getting outside. It is very gloomy today, but getting outside and indirectly looking up into the sky at the sun, getting that vitamin D into my eyes is so helpful for our circadian rhythm. So I'm going to pop outside for 20 minutes, get my steps in, and then this is also just beyond helpful for me, getting the fresh, cold air. It wakes me up. It helps me stay alert. I just did an entire clean of the kitchen, so everything is settled, ready to go. I'll do a quick walk, come back, make an afternoon tea, take some magnesium, and then head out and get Sawyer and get Ronan off of the bus. It's much later in my day because I've already been consuming my greens. I had some with dinner, and now the evening has passed. And this is where my wellness habits really pick back up again before bed. I'm a huge believer that preparation and everything you do before bed to get the best night's sleep that you can will significantly enhance your day tomorrow. So therefore, I have to start again tonight and then wake up tomorrow and do it all over again, which we're gonna get to that next. Don't you worry. But you guys know, if you are a subscriber of my channel, this is not a shock or a surprise to you. I am making a cup of lemon balm tea. I'm actually making my second cup. As you can see, there's still a little bit of water in here. I am making a cup of lemon balm tea. It is one of my favorite herbs with overall stress, anxiety, thyroid health, with absorption of iron. The health benefits of lemon balm tea are endless, but lemon balm is not my only herbal tea that I will drink before bed. Often you will see me with a peppermint tea or a spearmint tea or a Tulsi ginger tea. Holy basil is another absolute staple in my daily health routine. So the reason this tea routine is an absolute non-negotiable for me is because it signals to my body that it is time to start unwinding. My body is very familiar with the routine and what's to come next. I always say this as mothers, that we do so much when our children are babies to like set up the perfect sleep routine so they get a little bit tired and their body starts producing more melatonin. We turn down the lights, we do relaxing bath, calming music, calming essential oils. We do all of those things, but then for us, we're like scrolling on our phones, watching TV. Then we expect to just lay down, have our heads hit the pillow, and boom, we fall asleep. Not quite realistic. So for me, having a morning routine, but having a nighttime routine is even more important. Then, if you are a subscriber of my channel, you know that one thing that is critical to not only my evening routine, but my daily routine as well is the BioOptimizer's magnesium breakthrough. The reason that the BioOptimizer's magnesium breakthrough is so important and imperative to my evening routine is because I come down, I make this cup of tea, I take 2 of the magnesium breakthroughs, then I will head upstairs, take a shower, do a little bit of dry brushing, some facial oiling, and gua sha. And all of those healthy habits will make my latency on my Oura ring where I am asleep in under 4 minutes. Like it very, very quickly. But aside from sleep, one thing that I think is so critical to the BioOptimizer's magnesium as its ability to relieve stress and ruminating thoughts. So I'm not sure about you, but it is the evening time. It's 8:30 at night when I'm filming this. All of the kids are finally asleep. Hopefully Ronan's asleep. Otherwise we will hear pitter patter any second. But mostly by this time, everybody is asleep. And I finally have a second to take a breath and think about everything I need to do tomorrow. What's on the to-do list? What do I need to get out? What backpacks do I need to pack? What permission slips do I need to sign? And that's just home life. That's not even work life. And so if you're somebody that when you lay down for bed, instantly a list of stressors and things on your to-do list start running through your mind, then you would absolutely love the magnesium breakthrough. Of course, it's going to enhance your sleep and your sleep score as well, but it's going to help quiet the mind. So over 70% of Americans are magnesium deficient. I mean, you guys, that is staggering, absolutely staggering that we are out and about living our daily lives, hoping to feel our best, not even optimal, and we're walking around 70% of us magnesium deficient, and we're wondering why we don't have energy and enhanced focus or deep restful sleep. Well, it's because our stress is burning through our magnesium reserves. And the best way to replenish those is not only with just a magnesium, but the BioOptimizer's magnesium breakthrough includes all 7 forms of elemental magnesium in one convenient capsule. This is unheard of. It has never been done before to this capacity, the way the BioOptimizers has. So you all know as subscribers of my channel, but if you are new here, take a peek back at the comments on my videos over the last 18 months and you will be blown away. This is the supplement in my entire nutrition practice. This is the supplement that people are ordering 3 months worth at a time, and they have it on auto ship because they never want to run out. It is this supplement. So I take 1 in the morning, I take 1 in the afternoon with a cup of tea before I get the kids from school, and then I take 2 before bed. And overall, 4 magnesiums, again, I'm 18 months in, 4 magnesiums is absolutely perfect. Okay guys, so my last tip before I head up to bed and get in my 7 hours of sleep, but my last tip before I head up to bed and get my rest is that my number 1 daily non-negotiable when it comes to health and wellness is to be consistent. I know that nobody wants to hear this. We're all looking for a hack and for a shortcut. And I love hacks and I love shortcuts, don't get me wrong. But as far as non-negotiables, the number 1 thing we can do to see results is to show up and do it over and over and over again. I'm here, I'm eating greens with 2 meals per day, I'm hydrating, I'm drinking my tonic, I'm taking my magnesium, I'm enjoying my tea, I'm checking in with my fertility, I'm staying off my phone in the morning time, and I'm doing that day in and day out. And if you can show up for yourself in the unseen hours that aren't on social media or in front of your spouse or your partner or your kids, but just for you, you will build really beautiful and strong habits. I would love to hear from all of you in the comment section down below. What are your daily health and wellness non-negotiables? Or from today's video, what has you feeling inspired to add into your routine? I would love to read all of them in the comment section down below. And if you like today's video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. And now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. Give that a click. That way you don't miss a single video. And I hope to see you back here next Thursday.